not the break. If you can't wait, you carry your screw. As soon as they break, give me pressure. As soon as they break, give me pressure. Give me back for me to cool my temper. As soon as they break, give me pressure. The break again, that was outside. Somebody they steal and somebody they buy. Somebody they see, but the same person is buy. Now every day I tell you this. 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 Now every day I tell you this.
It's about musical. There are crowds in many places, in every community.
want to say good morning to you and welcome to the Monday, April 18, 2026 edition of the program from the Pre News, brought to you by Crime Stopper Liberia, Exodus Best Price Store, and Mayuba and Sons Incorporated. My name is Wendell Nimne, and this morning I'm here with Esther Daku. Esther, good morning and welcome.
Good morning, Wendell. Good morning to the good people of Liberia. It's good to be here on this Monday. I'm glad that I can share with you the local daily that I have on my decks.
Okay, so those of you who are watching us, please don't forget to drop a comment in our comment section and just let us know where you are watching us from. All right, so please do that for us. Drop your comment in our comment section while you are there and watching. So, together with our Radio LIB crew, we have in our studio this morning the hard copies of the uh, front page Africa newspaper, and the that's the front page and the Daily Observer in our studio this morning. We have with us Aliyu Masaleh. Aliyu, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Nimle. Good morning, Esther. Good morning, our Liberian people. Ali Masade, glad to be here. How was the weekend?
Okay, so that's the voice of Aliyu Masaleh. And folks, again, we apologize for the break in transmission. That was due to power failure in central Monrovia. We are on our standby, and so together, Freedom FM in collaboration with Radio LRB, we run you through straight up to 12:30 this afternoon. And like we said in our studio, we have the hard copies of the front page Africa newspaper and the Daily Observer. So let's begin with the stories. Top stories first. It says, "Give me rubber and I will give you tires by 2028." Who is saying this? Jetty challenges government and targets first made in Liberia tire production. Let's get to this other story. She was a victim. Councillor Per Brown Bull delivers emotional indictment of justice of the justice system at Ma Wata's funeral. I'm telling you, I was there and I saw. Ooh, let's take this last story, changing the youth mindset. Diaspora author Kennedy G sets to launch new book, Generational Shift in Liberia. And then these are the big stories. B. Martin, CEO, announces expansion will provide over 200,000 employment. That 2,000 employment opportunities for Liberians, more jobs in sight. As capacity increases, you need more manpower. When we were producing 4 million tons, there was certain number of people to produce that 4 million tons. Now, when you increase to 8 million tons, then you have to increase your capacity because you need equipment operators, you need more drivers. As your plant capacity increases, you need more people for these plants and other departments. Also need some expansion and we need workers for them. Sahan Umahan, CEO B Martin Mining Corporation. All right, let's take a few lines from there. Let's take a few lines from that story. Uh, it says here the chief executive officer of B Martin Mining Corporation has detailed the company's ambitious expansion project, which he said aims to double the annual plant capacity from 4 million tons of gold annually to 8 million tons.
Wow.
Wow. BMCC is a flagship operation of Adversary Resources, a privately owned mining firm focused on West Africa It operates several mines, including the New Liberty Gold Mine, Liberia's first commercial gold mine. In a chat with the media following a guided inspection tour of the facility by Vice President Jeremiah Pankun and Mines and Energy Minister Ara Matonoke Tengbe, CEO Saharan pointed out that this industrial growth is expected to generate thousands of new employment opportunities, over 2,000 new jobs in sight. With current employment standing of 9,000, Mr. Umahan indicated that the new expansion has the capacity of potentially increasing the total workforce to over 11,000 employees, an increment of 2,000 new workforce. The B. Martin CEO affirms the company's commitment to local involvement by training Liberian workers for managerial roles to overcome the historical lack of local mining expertise. As capacity increases, you need more manpower. When we were producing 4 million tons of gold, there was a certain number of people to produce that 4 million tons. Now, when you increases to 8 million tons, then you have to increase your capacity because you need equipment operators. You need more drivers as your plant capacity increases. You need more people for these plants, and other departments also need some expansion, and we need workers for them, explained the BMCC CEO, addressing concerns about limited Liberian participation in senior management and contracting opportunities. Omahan acknowledged the issue and highlighted ongoing efforts to build local capacity. He noted that when operations begin nearly, Liberia lack experienced professionals in large-scale gold mining, making it difficult to immediately place Liberians in top management roles. However, he said this is changing. When you look at the skills of people, it was difficult to find because it was difficult to find before because there was any commercial gold mine in Liberia. But but within 10 years, we have made a good success story in Liberia in commercial gold mining, he said, adding that the company is actively investing in skills development to further increase local representation at higher levels. The CEO discloses that expansion project is expected to have a different or a direct impact on the people of Grand Kibma County, particularly in communities within the company's concession area. Liberia favorable destination for investment, although there have been some hurdles along the way. CEO says Liberia is a favorable and welcoming investment destination. He recounted the strong bond of positive relationship that has subsisted between the company and the people since it began operations in 2013, noting that the environment has felt like home throughout the years of investment. Well, let's leave it right there. We'll come back with more of that as the program continues. Let's take our final story here on the front page, Africa newspaper front page. And it says mixed reaction trial house review of Rep. Koluba's expulsion complaint over gaining Liberia border remarks, political vendetta or averting national security threat is a question mark to this caption. But we're going to take a few lines from there. Very interesting story. We see some senior government officials here on the front page of the front page Africa newspaper. But let's take some lines from there. It says here, as the House of Representatives proceeds with a review of an expulsion complaint against Montserrat County District 10 Representative Yeke Koluba, the country's politics has been thrust into tension. Rep. Koluba's remarks concerning the Liberia and Guinea border has rapidly evolved into a defining national debate, raising difficult questions about sovereignty, free speech, legislative authority, and the potential weaponization of political power. The decision. Let's continue with the story. It says the. Let me flip this paper so I can get a better side of it. Okay, let's continue with the story. It says here the decision by plenary to mandate its committee on rules, order, and administration to investigate Rep. Koluba follows complaint filed by Montserrat County District 3 Representative Somo Morba and the Inspector General of the Liberia National Police, Colonel Gregory Coleman. At the core of the matter are statements attributed to Rep. Koluba suggesting that disputed territory between Liberia and Guinea belongs to Guinea. Rep. Morba has positioned himself at the forefront of the push for disciplinary action, grounding his argument in constitutional provisions and institutional responsibility. He remains or maintains that the statements attributed to Rep. Koluba are not merely controversial, but rise to the level of impeccable conduct under Article 62 of the Constitution. Rob Morba argues that a legislator bears an elevated obligation to speak with clarity and fidelity on matters of sovereignty, particularly when such statements may carry diplomatic consequences. He declared the statements attributed to Rep. Koluba were not only reckless, but dangerously dismissive of Liberia's long established diplomatic position, and they carried the clear potential to weaken our territorial claim in the eyes of international actors who are closely monitoring this dispute. He further stated, when a member of this legislature speaks in contradiction to the public or to the republic official position without any reliance on recognized legal instruments, treaties, or boundary frameworks, it is no longer a matter of opinion. It becomes a matter of national consequence that demands constitutional accountability. Inspector General of the Liberia National Police, Colonel Gregory O.W. Coleman, has framed the issue through the lens of national security, warning that the implications extend far beyond political disagreement. According to him, the remarks risk destabilizing already fragile border communities and complicating Liberia's diplomatic posture. His communication to the Speaker, Richard Cohn, underscores the urgency with which the security sector views the matter. Inspector Coleman stated, in the present climate of heightened border sensitivity, such statements by a sitting lawmaker are capable of creating confusion, provoking anxiety among affected communities, and increasing the risks of unrest or confrontation, particularly in areas where tensions already exist and where citizens depend on the state for reassurance and stability. He added, we are already observing indications that external actors are referencing these statements in ways that could lend unintended credibility to competing territorial claims. And if this trend continues unchecked, It risks transforming a manageable situation into a broader interstate concern with consequences that may be difficult to contain. Political undercurrents emerge while the legislature moves forward with its probe. The issue has taken on a political dimension, with critics arguing that the focus of Colobar may be diverting attention from the broader need to safeguard Liberia's borders through direct diplomatic engagement with Guinea. Some lawmakers have also distanced themselves from any effort to expel Kolba amid reports that the recall of the House may have been partly driven by the plans to remove him. There are further allegations from political observers that the move could influence by tensions between Koluba and the ruling establishment following his fallout with the Unity Party led alliance. One, a strong supporter of Joseph Newman Bwaka and Vice President Jeremiah Kuhn, Koluba played a visible role in their electoral campaign and was a vocal critic of former President George Weah and the Coalition for Democratic Change. However, since breaking ranks with the ruling bloc, Koluba has emerged as a fierce critic of this Bwaka administration and is now aligned with the opposition CDC. Critics claim the push to expel him may be politically motivated, aimed at silencing his anti government stance rather than solely addressing his comments on the Liberia Guinea border dispute. Nima County District 7 Representative Musa Hassan Bility has emerged as a powerful counter voice, cautioning against what he describes as selective justice and politically motivated discipline, while distancing himself from Rep. Koluba's style and rhetoric. Rebellion has warned that the process itself may carry deeper implications for Liberia's democracy. Rebellion said this movement is no longer just about Rep. Koluba. It is about how we define wrongdoing in this country and whether justice is applied consistently or manipulated to serve the interests of those who hold power at a given time. Esther, I will stop right here and then send controls to you for the continuation of the daily. So Esther is going to run us through the Daily Observer newspaper.
Thank you, Wendell. I have before me, like he said, the Daily Observer. We will be looking at some stories from this paper. I hope the other people who thinks that I should mention the people on every read that I do, they are listening.
Mhm.
Ambrose Wahini, Ando Sabani,
Ambrose Sobani.
okay. I hope he's listening so that he doesn't take me into the hick for not mentioning the name of the people on every story that I touched. But let's go through. This is Bwaka's new banknote proposal faces legislative scrutiny. Lawmakers weigh economic risks reform imperative. Bwaka's new banknote proposal faces legislative scrutiny. Lawmakers weigh economic risks reform imperative. This is on page 10. We will run you there because we definitely have to take this story. It says a majority monetary policy proposal by Joseph Bokai. A major monetary policy proposal by Joseph Newman Bokai to print additional Liberian dollars banknotes between 2026 and 2030 is now under intense legislative review as policymakers confront the delicate balance between sustaining economic growth and safeguarding price stability. The House of Representatives has mandated its Banking and Currency Committee to conduct a comprehensive investigation into the proposal, signaling both the political sensitivity and economic significance of the plan. Lawmakers are seeking clarity on key technical, financial, and governance issues, including the total volume of currency to be printed, procurement processes, inflation safeguards, and the broader macroeconomic implications. The president's request comes at a critical juncture. Liberia's economy is recovering and expanding, with growth estimated at about 5.1% in 2025 and projected to exceed 5% again in 2026. This growth is being divided by agriculture, mining, trade, and telecommunication sectors that remain heavily reliant on cash transactions. Officials at the Central Bank of Liberia argued that the proposed printing is not an expansionary policy but rather a technical necessity. The primary need is the replacement of worn out and mutilated banknotes, as well as responding to an expanding economy, or economy, said P. Macra during a media briefing in Monrovia. Liberia's cash intensive economy means banknotes deteriorate rapidly due to frequent hempening and environmental conditions. At the same time, population growth and increased commercial activity have driven by demand for physical currency, particularly in rural areas where digital finance penetration remains limited. Despite the central bank's assurances, lawmakers are approaching the proposal with caution. Concerns center on whether increased money supply could fuel inflation, weaken the Liberian dollar, or undermine public confidence in the financial system, especially given past controversies surrounding currency management. This review is about ensuring accountability and protecting the economy, a member of the Banking and Currency Committee noted. We must be certain that this process is transparent and economically justified. The House has tasked the committee to consult independent economists and financial experts, reflecting a broader effort to subject the proposal to rigorous scrutiny before granting approval. Central Bank of Liberia have mounted a strong defense, emphasizing a key economic principle: printing money does not automatically cause inflation if it is aligned with real economic growth. It becomes inflationary only when money supply grows faster than output, core explained. According to the bank, the planned issuance will be carefully calibrated to match GDP growth, transaction demand, and replacement needs for damaged notes. To prevent excess liquidity, the Central Bank of Liberia says it will deploy standard monetary tools such as open market operations and adjustment to resolve requirements. Musa Kamara warned that failing to expand money supply in line with the economic activity could be equally harmful. But let's leave you here. This money thing, I'm telling you. Let's go through. We have lots more stories here. Can Liberia close its clean cooking gaps? Can Liberia close its clean cooking gaps? Is a question. Faith Flomo stirs her part of meat photo credit. And that's it. Ellen opened the door. Why are women still underrepresented? Ellen opened the door. Why are women still unrepresented? Kristen has a story, and I think I'm interested in this story. Let's run there. It says in Liberia close. It's not the story, so it's not on page. Okay, page 10 is this way, and we have the story right here. It says Liberia, for example, has only 11% of its legislature as women and 10% as its senate as women. Of its senate as women. Every woman who has contested for the presidency after Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, the country's first female president, has lost. Advocates once believed that Sirleaf's journey will pave the way for women in leadership positions throughout Africa. Yet, 2 decades later, the data on women in public leadership remains discouraging. Currently, 2 women are serving as heads of state in Africa, including Nitumbo Nandi of Namibia and Samia Shululu Hassan of Tanzania. So far, there have been 22 women heads of state in Africa. 20 years later, the second Democratic leadership elected a president was made on the continent, Nitumbo Nandi Nadwa from Namibia, but because it took 20 years, we know there is so much work to be done, said Ellen O'Bright Harris, Executive Director of the Ellen Johnson Sirleaf Presidential Center for Women and Development. Speaking at a press briefing ahead of the Women's Leadership Council meeting, Pratt Harris highlighted the center's role in challenging systemic barriers funded by the former President Sirleaf. The center provides the training and mentorship necessary for women to ascend to the highest echelons of African leadership. At the height of the center's work in the Amuja initiative, pronounce emoji, the word means we are going up in the Kru language. The program aims to move the continent from a culture of tokenism to one that's truly value women's leadership. The initiative, in part, is already visible in Liberia. High-profile alumni include Councillor Mariah Yekula, Councillor Charlene Brumskin, Tila Ure, Presidential Press Secretary Kula Fofana, and Youth and Sports Minister Anthony Cornelio Tokpa. Former President Sirleaf in is intentional about building the next generation of African women leaders, Pratt Harris said, noting that these women are mentored directly by Sirleaf. But let's leave it there and run back to the front page of this paper here. I think, okay, can School Connect breach Liberia's digital gap? There's a question right here. Let's bring it to the back page of the Daily Observer. LRC to establish nation's median family court. Concludes consultative stakeholders dialogue. That's the LRC to establish nation's median family court. Concludes consultative stakeholders dialogue. Well, it's right here. You can grab a copy to read the story. Finally, for the back page, violent winds destroy court records in Banga, leaving justice in limbo. Several other infrastructures affected. Oh. It says violent evening storm has left a trail of destruction in Banga, striking at the very heart of justice in Bon County, and rising fears that dozens, if not hundreds, of legal cases may now be at risk. When heavy winds and rain swept through the city on April 8, 2026, they did not move. They did more than tear rooftops and uproot structures. They ripped through the Banga Circuit and Magisterial Courts, exposing sensitive legal records to the elements and washing away years of documentation in a matter of hours. Can you imagine 21st century we discuss papers? But I shouldn't laugh at the justice system. Let's read what we have here. That's our job, to do the reading. A matter of hours, for many residents in the storm did not just damage buildings. It says among the hardest hit were the clerk's office and the public defender's office, where critical records, including active case files, were either destroyed or severely damaged. Legal observers say the implications are profound. Without proper records, ongoing cases may face infinite delays. Some trials may require reconstruction or retrial, and other risks being dismissed entirely due to lack of evidence for ordinary citizens may already navigating a slow and under-sourced judicial system. The loss is deeply personal. Imagine waiting years for your case only to be told the file is gone. One local resident said quietly outside the court premises where Where do you start from? The incident has exposed long-standing vulnerabilities within Liberia's justice system, particularly outside the capital. Many courts still rely heavily on paper-based record keeping with limited digital backups. In such a system, a single disaster can wipe out entire case histories. Reconstructing those records will not be easy.
Mm.
Court authority says an initial assessment is underway, but the process of recovery, especially for files with no digital copies, could take months or even years. This is not something you fix overnight. One court staff member admitted some of these files are gone for good. Beyond the courtroom, a city reeling. The storm's impact extended well beyond the courthouse, hitting key public institutions and deepening an already fragile situation in Banga. A newly commissioned 1.6 million model school funded by the World Bank also suffered heavy damage, an alarming setback for a project meant to stabilize projects in education. The school launched under the administration of Joseph Boakai was designed as a flagship investment to improve learning conditions, but just months after its commissioning section of facility now lied exposed. I'm told that the president picture was on the. Interestingly, Window, you will not believe that the whole construction of this school, I think you heard about the IRIS project. I talked about it several times
Mm.
during President we had time here. That was when they had phase one and phase two. There were some schools that needed to be, how you call it, uh, uh, renovated. And there were schools that were totally bad. They need to redo the whole thing and stuff like that. So they had two phases. Some people benefited from the one phase. Let's say some schools benefited from one of the phases, and some schools benefited two phases because of what the structure looked like.
Okay.
But President Baga picture is on it, so it is what it is. In fact, it was launched while he was in power. So yeah. So let's. I think we will stop here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We have to.
time
Okay.
exactly. So let's
Thank you. Thank you very much,
Mhm.
Esther. Thank you so much for that splendid reading. All right, folks, this is the program from the pre news, and we're about to recap the stories we read this morning. And after that, we take our break. We go to our guys, and then we bring you our talking points this morning. So let me recap the stories we brought you this morning. We begin this morning with the front page Africa newspaper. These top stories. Okay, this one that says, "Give me rubber, and I will give you tires by 2028." Jetty challenges government targets first made in Liberia tire production. And Esther, I was at the funeral this going Friday, the funeral of the late Mawata, the mother of the former Minister of Foreign Affairs, and I listened to this emotional tribute paid by, Councillor Per Bamboo.
Mm.
I mean, it was so sad. But she said she was a victim. Councillor Per Bamboo delivers emotional indictment of justice system. Mawata's funeral. All right. And changing the youth mindset. Diaspora author Kennedy G says to launch new book, Generational Shift in Liberia. All right. And it says here, B. Martin, CEO, announces expansion. B. Martin, CEO, announces expansion. Provide over 2,000 employment opportunities for Liberians, more jobs in sight. And then lastly, for the front page, Africa mixed reactions, trial house review of Rep. Coluba's expulsion, complain over Guinea Liberia border remarks, political vendetta or averting national security threat is a question mark to this caption. And that does it for front page Africa. The Daily Observer newspaper is next. Waka's new banknote proposals faces legislative scrutiny. Lawmakers weigh economic risks and reform imperatives. And more stories to cover. Can Liberia close its clean coking gaps? Ellen opened the door. Why are women stayed underrepresented? And can school connect bridge Liberia's digital gap? Question mark again. To the back page, LRC to establish nation's mating family court concludes consultative stakeholders dialogue, and then violent winds destroy court records in Banga and leaving justice in Limo, several other infrastructures affected. Well, folks, that does it for the Daily Observer newspaper and the front page Africa newspaper. Let's go and take our break. When we come back, we run to our weather report, folks. That's the weather report man and the rest of the radio LIB crew to fit us in. But our break is up next.
We want peace in Liberia, peace in Morocco.
Yo, hello. I want to talk about violence. More violence is indiscriminate. It can happen for any reason and to anyone. Until we do something to serve the source of vigilante-side justice in this country, none of us will be safe. My Liberia is Liberia of hope. In my Liberia, it is possible. Violence is not part of my Liberia. Violence leads to property damage, injury, or even death, as we are seeing recent months in several parts of Liberia, including Monrovia. Talk to people in your community about violence. Stand up against mob justice. Be a community hero. Liberia is all that we have. We must all unite to uphold the rule of law. This is Old Man Sam Sion, your community crime fighting partner. Thanks for listening. This is Old Man Sam Sion.
We want peace in Liberia, peace in Morocco. We want peace in Liberia.
Rabbi, why you taking?
I said, darling, you look so worried.
Charles, I'm worried because I don't know where to get stuff for my shop and restaurant.
Oh, come on, man. Haven't you heard about Exeter's Best Price Store on Gurley Street and Smart Road Junction on the Old Road?
Oh no, Charles, tell me about it.
Exeter's Best Price Store got everything for your shop and restaurant. And the good news is that they have reduced the prices of club beer products and imported beverages. So to keep that graduation party, wedding reception, and whatever occasion jumping till the break of dawn, Exeter's Best Price Store is that place for you.
Is that all?
No, they have for the first time introduced on the LIB market Buffalo Revive that comes with 4 different flavors: Cool Blue, Apple Kiwi, Full Red, and Fitness Orange. It's good for athlete and everyone. For wholesale and retail supply, call cell number 0770-617-575. Exeter's Best Price Store on Gurley Street and the Old Road Smart Road Junction. We are your cheaper wholesale and retail store.
Exactly. When you want some more, I provide. So we start to talk. Come on, so going deep and deeper. Put it to Ichiki.
Oh, yes. A big thank you to our sponsors, Crime Stopper Liberia, Exeter's Best Price Store on Gurley Street and the Old Road Smart Road Junction, and Mayuba and Sons Incorporated. Today, Pa, we are definitely against time, so let's send controls to Solomon Tunis. Tunis, good morning and welcome.
Good morning, guys. Good morning, Wendell. Good morning, Esther. Good morning, Mama Liberia. Assalamu alaikum to my Muslim brothers and sisters. Again, we are back here at the Monday morning to start the week. Coming to you live from Radio LIB here on Staten Island, New York, with Freedom FM 87.9, the most listened to radio station in the nation capital. Your weatherman on the print news. Right now, as we stand in Monrovia area, the weather, the temperature right there, Fahrenheit 86 degrees as we speak, and it feels like 92. Precipitation, which is a weatherman terms to say chances of rain, 40%. It's 40% chances of rain. It may rain this afternoon, but expect to rain. The percentage is almost high a little bit, so it must be a little bit rain, but it's going to be a little bit cloudy. I think it is right now. It's not sun not shining like last week, and it's going to stay like that till this evening hour. The wind is 8 miles per hour. Humidity is very high right now. Average is 78, and it will by by 9 o'clock, 10 this evening, it will go up to 94, the humidity. Tomorrow, weather, it's almost like today. Tomorrow, it got a lot of rain in it. It got about 60% of rain. 60. That's over 50. So definitely you might experience rain tomorrow with thunderstorm, everything behind it. Okay, that will be like starting in the morning. It may not rain early morning. The rain might come on late in the late morning or early afternoon. And that rain will stay with you for a little while. You won't see the sun again until the night fall. And the wind tomorrow will be 6 miles per hour. Humidity, can you imagine? It's going to start very high. It's 80. The average is 80. And before before midnight, it will go up to 95, the humidity. Okay, we're going to go to Wednesday, which will be just for Wednesday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Wednesday is going to be like Tuesday. Whatever happened on Tuesday is going to continue on Wednesday. So you may not experience the sun too much these few days. The sun, because I think the weather is introducing the rainy season, So now the hot sun you used to experience, it will come and say it's gone away. But the rainy season is introducing itself. So this week you might have a break with the heavy sunshine, but still the heat going to torment you a little bit. The heat is one you must concentrate on. Okay, so your 3 days forecast is Wednesday, which today is 85, feel like 92. Tuesday 85, and Wednesday 87 or up to 90. And the humidity is going to be high, and you're not going to feel a lot of sun this week. This week you're going to feel a little bit some rain, thunderstorm, but the heat going to give you a hard time, especially in the evening hour. Thank you so much. I hope you take it in to say you hear it from Freedom FM, and we're always accurate on our weather report. So take it with you. Thank you so much, Guy. Back to you guys.
Thank you very much, Tunis, for the weather report. So we have to now bring in Gus Korma and Leo Masale. You guys will have to take 5 minutes each because of time.
You guys, I will be here tomorrow.
Okay. All right, Tunis, you have a great day. Thank you so much for the weather report. All right, Gus. Gus, good morning. You just joining in, so let's welcome you to the show. Gus, you have to unmute your system. Gus, we can't hear you. Gus, you have to unmute your system, Gus. Unmute your system. We're not hearing you. Aliyu, are you there?
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I can't hear you.
Oh, wow.
Every time Tunix gets off, I always have this problem, so I have to log back in.
Okay.
Because he sent me the link, so I'll call back in.
Okay.
Let me send it.
All right. Aliyu, are you there? Aliyu. All right, folks. Aliyu is not ready.
Yeah, Mr. Nimle, can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead, Aliyu. Let's hear you. Well, you can take 5 minutes to elaborate on the stories we read. Because of time, we will just have to give you 5 minutes. So let's hear from you, Aliyu.
Thank you, Dad. Thank you. This issue about Bear Mountain, I see everybody just writing on social media, and these are some of the opportunities that were squandered by President Bouakai and that of Eddie when he said he squandered a lot of opportunities. These are some of the opportunities because it was under their administration when that concession agreement was signed with Bear Mountain.
Aliyu, I beg you, I will give you back your time, but I want us to listen to this from the Spoon Talk Show. Then we come back. Right? So let's listen to this recording.
I think you're good.
Yes, Gus, you're good.
Okay.
All right. Hello? Okay, I'm trying to get this.
They don't see the watch. Zoom in on the watch. Don't zoom in. The software can't zoom. Okay, but it was zoom. If you just zoom in on the picture, Elijah, I know you want to do.
Let me bring back.
$1 million gold. And a Rolex watch about 400,000. You don't see the watch? The VP holding in his hand $3 million gold. And a Rolex watch that worth 400,000. You don't see the watch? Zoom in on the watch. Don't zoom in on the software can't zoom. Okay, but it will zoom. If you just zoom in on the picture, Elijah, I know you won't do it, but we'll do it. Right? The VP holding $3 million gold in his hand. Don't keep the picture up. Keep it up, please. The people that live around there, which country in Dama? Let's talk about the country first. Cape Mount. The people that live around Cape Mount. How do I take you to get to your village? Are you seeing any $3 million hospital in your village? Just $3 million. Highway clinic. Where was school? The VP. They put there, he said, see and touch, but don't take. They smell no taste. Yeah. Don't smell no taste, but they want to see. The $3 million gold. Jeremiah Kuhn, my brother, my friend, he holding it. Then they take it from him. They say, after LeBron, people ain't away for all. If they sell this gold $3 million, they will get LeBron 3%. So 3% of $3 million.
$30,000. 30,000. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
I can't hear anything.
Ali, you go ahead. Ghost, I don't know what's happening to your system.
I can't hear you guys at all.
Ali, let's hear you. Ghost, you have to go back and come back. Ali, you go ahead.
Get out and out.
I'm hearing God loud and clear. I don't know what happened to him.
I'm also hearing him. We're hearing him.
Can you tell him to get off and come back in? I sent him the link already.
Aliyu, just go ahead. Make your point. Go ahead, Aliyu. I'm gonna let me message him.
Yeah, like you just listening to Stanton. That's what happening in Grand Cape County. Like I always said, when we were carrying on that project during the Ebola time, it was Orius Mining and Bear Mountain that carried on that work. And just what my manager told me that time, he said, when they mine start, if these people mine just for a year, they are getting all of their money they spend to build these factories and everything. Say this place is rich, and definitely that's what happened. As soon as mine started, it went for like almost 9 months to 10 months, and that's how Orius Mining they sold their share because they already got everything they spent, and that's how they left. They sold it to Avasoro. This is how now those is every night there you see this other Turkish bidon there will come and buy share in West.
Aliyu, you work at B Martin before, right?
Yes, I work over there. I was the material controller for that project when we were building. We built the entire plane site. I was the material controller for that project. I work with infrastructure and ingenuity during the Ebola virus. You see, I worked there, and even after that, when I left, I went to Riverside. I went back there again and worked in the mine with the geology department. Okay, we were doing all the blasting that you see going on today. The people horses are cracking, turning the ground upside down. I work with that department as well. You can pop right here. Right here. You see, so these are some of the things that have been happening in that place, and we have lawmakers for Grand Cape County. Like you listen to that video, what Stanton was saying, go to the local clinic in Kinjo. Go and enter Camp David. The clinic they have in Camp David, the medicine that they get there, it can even serve the whole health sector of Grand Cape County. But go to Kinjo Clinic today, where they are taking the mineral from where the people are living. You go to the clinic, you will have to go to the drugstore with prescription to go buy drugs for them to treat you. And the people are living in that kind of life. You have your lawmakers, senators, representatives, they don't care. All they after is when the people talk, when they go there, they enter that compound, they get a yellow envelope and thing, they will come and tell the people, you know, the people will give you a job, they will improve your life, the people they trying, but they're not getting what they're supposed to get every day. Those people are making money. When you enter the gold room, but you people saw it. When we got you with that project, the first gold we produced over there was 90 kilo. When we did the groundbreaking, Madam Sedi was there. I was the last Liberian from infrastructure ingenuity. We hand key over to Orius Mining and Bear Mountain before we left that site. She went there. When you enter the gold room, you see At that time when they built a Springfield, the chapel told him, or they say 6 o'clock in the morning, that whole place will be surrounded by PSU, ER, all those guys that you will see them well armed standing with land. They will run in the gold room, they take the boxes of gold. You see them running, just how they men can be running with the ammo. They put it on the chopper up. You see the men coming from all in the butches. But today, see the people living condition in Grand Kidman County. Before they could even relocate the town, they told people like Shaq Sodi, and they carried them to Ghana. They say we relocated people here when we wanted to mine. You see the housing facility and thing. Is this why you want in Grand Kidman County for your people? They sat down, they came back, they decided to give that people their dead bricks. When they carried them to go see modern houses that they built for the people of Takra Day before they could relocate them because they were sitting on the go. King George was living in old King George, sitting right on top of the go. They had to relocate the town to where it is today. But like I said, go King George, see the people living condition, go Jikano, Bobalo, all those places around there. The Sinai waste is disturbing the water, getting all animals in the bushes around there. See the kind of living condition they're talking. Oh, you're coming to do expansion. Doing expansion when the people that are there, you cannot even do anything that will impact their lives. See their living condition. What are your lawmakers doing about it? Nothing. They were there 12 years every time. They didn't do nothing. 6 years George Weah. Now some of them, they are still over there under Baka administration, looking at the living condition of the people of Grand Kidman County, like King George, where the money is taking place. Look at these people living condition. Nothing they do about it. You see, Mr. Wisdom, Mr. Experience is now in power. What is he going to do? Nothing. You see, so Jeremiah Kun went there, that smell notice, you see it, you smell it, they take it from you.
Wow. Well, we just lost Ali. The internet is fluctuating.
Thank you.
Yes. So
Thank you, man.
that's
Well, I
just
think
it there. This issue about this issue about government, for them to come, this is a government that talk about wasteful spending. I don't know what desperate need Liberians are in, that they need to print money, that the government will call
I didn't do it. You did.
lawmakers.
Nothing. Go ahead, Ali. Go ahead. Ali, are you there? Well, I think Ali is kind of out of
Yeah,
basic,
Ali,
or the
I
internet's
don't know.
giving him
Your
problem.
internet is you're probably at a dead end, so you
Yeah,
have to change your location. But Esther, I don't
yeah,
know, man.
of course.
Our country is really going down, because when you see the living condition, look at the amount of money that living from that King George. That be
And
my thing.
that is why when I saw the paper saying, more jobs inside View Mountain, CEO announces expansion, to provide 2,000 employment opportunities. I'm like, so the ones you already have employed, they are complaining, they are going back and forth, they're crying about the bad labor practice. Look at the hospital. The last time Representative Jacob Koluba went there, see the difference between the people clinic and the Liberians who work for them. And the sad part remains that this is our country resources window. Why are we suffering like this? How can we have this amount
And that's
being
the bitter part of
and
it.
then Liberia is
Yeah.
a poor country.
Yeah.
You are poor. You
Yeah.
listened to the statistics the
Yeah.
last time. You are a poor country. How can you have all the it's almost like, God gave you the resources, He gave you the brain, and you just decide to be stupid. That's what it is, Winter.
I'm telling you.
That's what it is. We have all of the natural resources we need. How big is this country? How much is the population? How much? Yet and still, when the other people want to impose everything the government needs, they want it to come from the citizens. We must pay taxes so that they can have the kind of life they want to live. When we have the natural resources, we as a country, we're not even benefiting from it. What are you doing with our resources? We don't have proper roads. We don't, nothing. Even the electricity. What do we have? What do we have? Look at the countries around us. In the city, you will have people homes with running water, but in the country, you will be paying $200 for rent. Your bathroom, you get running water. You carrying buckets to put it in the bathroom to tip out. What is this? Are we still living in the 18th century? Because even in the 19th century, when people were advancing. This is the 21st century for God in heaven. Say, what is happening to us? That we're doing anything? We're not doing anything. And then every day we demotivate you. We tell them we can't do this one. We can't do this one. It's difficult. When you go in the community right now, a lot of young people sitting home, no jobs. Because our mindset have been, we grew up in a way we know that we're supposed to survive through jobs.
Yeah.
When you don't have a job, you will not survive. That's our mindset. Which is a very wrong thing. This is the 21st century where people are doing a lot of things to get them money. Job is a scam window.
You know, Esther, why I'm so frustrated about this B. Martin people is that
opportunities.
Look, let me not talk about the whole Liberia, but my people, Cape Mount, where all the gold is coming from. You'll go to Cape Mount today, you'll go see Cape Mount. Go to Cape Mount.
It's horrible.
Look, you cannot be taking millions, billions out of a county, and that county is not benefiting anything from that money. All the big people care for is to enrich themselves. Jeremiah Kun went there. Do you know how he left from there? He's wearing a watch, $400,000 Rolex. He got $3 million in his hand, just holding a piece of gold, $3 million. I'm talking about the other one that we get. Just that one now. Just that one you were holding, $3 million. Let's talk about the county. What Cape Mountaineers are benefiting from B. Martin? What are they benefiting? No good schools, no good hospitals. But you got people taking billions out of the country or out of the county.
Oh, yeah.
Let me not talk about Liberia because other counties get their own resources. So the resources you have in your county is supposed to be the one to develop your county. Mm-hmm. And nothing of such is happening. You go to Cape Mount today, you go to Cape Mount, it's like you're in a big village. Nothing. Look at the roads that lead to Cape Mount. And then you hear people taking millions, B. Martin, the people just sucking our resources, and nothing the Cape Mountaineers are benefiting from that. It's sad. When our officials go there, they go, when they tour them around, at the end of the day, they get their little piece of gold, they get their little envelope, and they walk out. Not even advocating for the people that live in the county. So, Cape Mountaineers, it is time that you stand up. It is time that you stand up against these people. Mm-hmm. That all of the promises they made, it should be delivered before any gold leave that county. In other countries, you go there, those things don't happen. But only our country, Liberia, every time these things will happen. Because we just sit for our hands, we just talk and say, we finish talking that you're business. But Cape Mountaineers, it is time for you to get on the back of your lawmakers. Because they are benefiting. Why you are not benefiting? They are the ones benefiting. Bulk of you are suffering. Some of you in Cape Mount listening to us this morning, you don't even got money to send your kids to school. But the people taking billions out of your county. And you just sitting there, you fold your hands, you say you got lawmakers who are advocating for you. This is a sad time for our country. When our officials are supposed to be, concentrating how to develop this country, how to improve human capacity and all of that, they're running behind one man to expel him from the house. What are you expelling Yeke Koloba? What would it benefit this government? When that money you're going to spread around to those lawmakers, that money can do a lot of things. You go to some hospitals this morning, no medicine. The schools are dilapidated, public schools. Nothing happening. But one man wanted $150,000 just to move one man that was elected by his people, just to remove him because he said something that did not go down well with them. This is the very Yeke Koloba yesterday that was whining and dining with Joseph Boakai all over the place. They were celebrating him. They were clapping for him. Today, he jolobo in your mouth. He bitter in your mouth. But this country, if we don't rise up for ourselves, we'll remain like this until God calls some of us. Because nothing is happening. The country is hard. People are suffering. And you just name it. But we got people taking our resources. They're getting rich. The guy who owns B. Martin is the owner of the football club called Galatasaray. He's a Turkish guy, but have an American citizenship.
Okay.
Yeah. He's the owner of the football club called Galatasaray. Rich guy. So he doesn't care. They're just taking our money now, sucking it. Jeremiah Kuhn, you know what? Didn't they put in our man bag to bring? Let's start a few calls, man. That country thing here, it can just frustrate people, man. Yeah. Now he said, period, the people are crying.
Yeah, Mr. Dimne, you see that's one of the things now. Like this government, they talk about wasteful spending. The previous administration was carrying on wasteful spending. Why will it benefit the Liberian people when thousands of dollars have been paid to lawmakers to remove Yeke Koloba? What impact would that have on the lives of the Liberian people? So what is the wisdom of Mr. Boakai? You see, this is why I can't understand. The city today, you took people for any position, you went and paid them up instead of using that money to impact the lives of the Liberian people. You see, and today it will interest you to know that in Kinjo, where people are sick, in the time when they call the company, oh yes, or Aliyu Masare say we need an ambulance to take it to Sinje or Monrovia. The company will say, oh yeah, the ambulance is here, but no fuel. Somebody will have to guarantee to say, oh yeah, the family say they will buy fuel. They will send that ambulance, my family will buy fuel for that ambulance to take me to Monrovia. See what is happening? But you have lawmakers that don't even say think about those issues, but they only care about brown envelope, be over there to be influenced. Anything the president wants to go ahead and do it. And this is why people will say, you were there, they didn't do this. This is why we're voted out. You people said Boakai was the right person, he had the experience. And he said he know everything the country is faced with. When he's going to start putting this experience and wisdom in place to move our country forward. Anything Boakai wants, he will get it from the legislature and the Senate. So if he was someone, a visionary leader, but that Liberia has gone far, but it is quite unfortunate. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Esther. Let's hear from our listeners. The few minutes we have, 15 more minutes, we can take calls on that. So join the conversation. Let's hear from you, our Liberian people. Call us on 0776-104-104, 086-500-104. You interact with them, Esther.
Okay, so let's take our first call. Hello, welcome to the show. Tell us your name and where you join us from.
Good morning, Esther and Winda and other panelists. I'm Marina calling from Sunday.
Go ahead, Marina.
Esther, I want to tell you guys, thank you so much. Esther, it's so disheartening here. So we got all the things in the country and then things also down. We are suffering with our own. We can't benefit anything. 2016, I went out there. Esther, when I went there, just imagine when I went. I told my friend to use the bathroom. She said, when you get bathroom, I don't know anything to do because I said, she said, yeah, you got to put on the wrong walking here. I said, what? She said, yeah. Yeah, you blast and put on the level. Then I told her, I want to buy him. She said, you want to buy a galway soon. All of that, you go to Allo and eat quick. When you need to tell your body, need to tell you, I said, I can make it. I had a chat about to go back before I take back. It's too bad for all men. You meet people, I don't think coming from, and meaning, this is a time for our Kematinian lawmaker to stand, but they won't do it. All of them in the party of the people. So what will happen? Yeah, thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Let's move on to other calls. It's a sad thing for our country, but this is the situation we find ourselves in. These are the leaders that we have. Welcome to the show. Let's hear you.
Yeah, good morning, Esther.
Good morning, patient.
I'm patient great calling for people.
Go ahead.
Esther, they're calling for power. And I always say this on your platform. The people can steal. The millionaire rescue. The people think everything outside that. When we say the president and the official, they are criminal, they can say, don't want the party. We voted for president, we don't vote for rule. The people keep on saying, Jeremiah, all they are criminal. The people can do rape the country, Esther. Nothing will get for the government. What can they everything are going on? But when you ready to say, you're making no radio. We ready for a spoken to you, you say, you're making no radio. They are going on. They get on your Jeremiah from over there. No, Jeremiah will not cook what they want. When you are in second city, they make cookie. They go make cookie, make president. You make cookie, make president. See what you get. Nothing you get on the people. Paka can't see. They may look for money to finish your work. That's why we put them in power for Esther. You know what? Saying it, la proponent, let's see. They say when they make a law, same time open la last station, Esther can laugh, I will can laugh. Today, the reality is so big. The people, nothing will get for them. They won't get nothing will get for them. They won't make fun of corruption. They won't rest the country. They won't get for them. But la people let it happen. And they said, well, what they rest, they rest pretending they are. They did a big joke back, fly, and no go for it.
Thank you for calling. Let's see this other line. Welcome to the show. Let's hear you.
Hello?
Let's hear you quickly. Welcome. Yes, go ahead.
This is Johnny Hackman, and I call you from my comfort in Brazil. Look, Bob Marley said it. He said, in a mix of water, the food are tasty. It's a Liberia. In the middle of abundant resources, there are a lot of poor people all around. Only because we have bad leaders. We took the poor guys there and just put them in position. And the men want to fill the pocket. You see Liberian government officials there. I mean, little thing can move them. The people even going in the house there when construction company come here to discuss the issue as regard to the little man's salary. You're interested to know that your lawmaker will tell the people and say your salary too plenty. They should take it on their own and give you the peanuts. So our leaders are the wicked people. These are the people that get a country, get it. Yeah, people all in Kenya is a very rich country. But go see the people living conditions. Going in other countries and bombing it. You go see, current reality. People still living in so hot in the countries and where other people come from different countries getting rich. How can we live in our country like we are slaves? Only because we get a bad leadership. Boom, government officials in. Boom, many look at it, you let them to power. When they start seeing money, they care for the little people. They better poor gardens. They get a country, see how the country looking. They even get down for the little man. You gotta go over there, go over there, discuss what we fill the pocket with. Poor gardens. Let the gardens get a poor self and a little bit, sister.
The material poor self for here.
Hello.
Thank you.
Welcome to the show. Let's hear you.
Yeah, how you doing, Esther?
We are fine.
Masali. Yeah, this is Edmond Carr, and I'm the visually impaired and pushing for the return of President Weah and members of Concern Liberian for Justice. You know, that is the injustice that we are talking about in the country, where you live among the resources belong to you, but you are not benefiting. You know, the least we talk about the county. How can we go into agreement with a concession company and there is no return for the county? But honestly, is that even role in that concession era, it was President Weah when he visited there before B. Martin could even pay the role in that concession era for the citizens that are there. When you go to B. Martin, Turkey man facing tea for people to drink. Liberia may not able to face tea.
When you go there, talking man washing car. My brother don't know how to wash car. When you go there in their restaurant, talking man is cooking. Nigerian man is unable to cook food. But we are faced with this thing now. There these jokers in the Unity Party thinking that they can sway anybody attention on the real issue. I see some of them writing on Facebook, even a Jaliba. Jaliba will write on Facebook, accusing B. Martin or Ben growing CDC or home construction. Is that what we're talking about here? You are in charge. If you think that the company is not operating the right way, what do? The right is given to you to rectify the agreement and making sure that you put something there that can be able to help the Liberian people. But you are sitting there stupidly, everybody say, oh, Jerry brought his secret. Or Jerry didn't bring any secret out.
Okay.
This is not any agenda. We are in the know the living condition of the people have been enjoyed. When Jerry then took over, they shot and killed people. They did why they shot and killed people. They don't know what you enjoy. Jerry goes steady there. When even you go before the people, even you want to go African, when the law on your head,
okay.
400,000 wash.
Thank you, Edmund. Thank you so much, Edmund. Let's leave it there. Thank you. Thank you. Let's take some more calls.
Hello, welcome to the show. Go ahead.
Thank you very much. My name is DOC Pico. I'm calling from Russia.
Go ahead.
My sister, I want to ask you, what thing the papi say that happened in the past government that they had done since they started here? Because I asked myself, what the end of being president?
No, we want to answer another question too.
No, my sister, forever. You will not understand it. If I say I'm not this, the situation I can't handle, man. What the water I see was sent there. You 14 last year, 3 years ago, how they put on air. We say all kind of rep on the people. Saying he sat at them, sister, you not see water for the 8 hours to the food. Even the current, can you see current? Even your station, Nana, you don't have nothing to listen to, you can go off.
That's it.
That will come to the secretary and say, oh, they put on air before. Police, they say, what you come for order? Oh, wait, I want to ask, so the place now with glass grading, huh?
Oh, man, thank you very much. Thank you. We gotta go. We gotta go. We gotta go. Look,
this guy is
we got to go. Aliyu, we don't have the time for the comments today, so Aliyu, just take a few seconds and wrap up. Aliyu, are you there?
Yes. That's the problem we are faced with in the country. Like this caller who just asking this question. These are important questions, but this question remain unanswered because we don't know what have changed from the Weah administration to Dallo Baka administration when it comes to impacting the lives of the people. You see, so that's the viewer for us. Kinjo, nothing is going to change. Bia Martin will keep carrying on their expansion. And you are saying the people of Kinjo, it is time for them to stand up. You saw what happened quite recently when the government took over. When the people of Kinjo stood up for their right, today may their soul rest in peace. So there is nothing they can do. If you have a serious-minded country or a serious-minded president right now, the best thing you will hear him saying now, we are shutting down in Kinjo immediately. We are closing down that place. But he was one of the signatories to the agreement. So there's nothing that he's going to change and nothing will be done about it. So the people of Great Makante, if you want to stand, you can stand, but there is nothing going to change. Yes, nothing will change today, nothing will change tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you, Aliyu. And folks, before we go, I'd like to do a birthday treat for a couple of friends and my darling sister. Today, Mr. Thomas Chie, aka Koche of Liptalco, celebrates his birthday. C. Rebrapo of the Liberia Electricity Corporation is also celebrating his birthday today. And the big brother to the 25th president of Liberia, William Tapewia Jr., is also celebrating today. And my darling sister, who is based in the United States, Muna Nimne, is celebrating her birthday today. So I want to wish you good health and long life, my little sister, Muna Nimne, as you celebrate your natality today. Take it from all of your siblings, your nieces, your nephews, all your friends and your family members. we all say happy birthday to you, Ms. Mona Nimne of the United States. All right, so we got to go home. Let's go home with this song. She's the person behind this song. This song is called New Season, and it's by my baby sister in the United States, Mona Nimna. The song is called New Season.